Are you ready?
I think we're ready.
Are you
welcome
sure?
back. Hey, welcome to the Chris and Veronica show. ChrisandVeronica.com.
Hola. Wait, I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Hi, this is Veronica. And
Hi, this is Chris. You
didn't let me do it all the way.
It right. I know. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, we got some intro music. Why not? Intro music.
But what's so funny is that Chris is pushing the button and saying the words that the freaking soundboard is supposed to make. So
that's our soundboard. That's all we got. That's the gist of it. I don't know. What are we talking about today? I don't even know. We're talking about something.
yes, we are.
It's something great. And I feel like it's about fitness.
It is?
Fitness.
Okay.
Fitness.
What do you do for fitness?
What do I do for fitness?
Wait, first of all, what do you think is fit? For now, because it's such a, a big topic. What do you think fit is?
I feel like it is like what's healthy for the person, right? Because each person has a different health level, right? And a different way of like living and being and like doing all that stuff. So
and
I feel
body
like,
type.
Yeah, every body type is different. There's people that like to like go on runs and stuff and like cross country running.
If you
kind
see
of thing.
me running, it's either a taco truck that's over there
or a zombie apocalypse.
Yes,
Yeah.
one or the other.
Yeah, and like fitness, because I feel like also, so in volleyball, right, there was a guy and he was probably 275 to 325, depending on the day. But he could move around that court a lot faster than I could, right? And that was healthy for him, right? That was his thing that kept him in shape, right? And I think about people like Shaquille O'Neal or something like that, right? Their body type is going to be different than somebody else, right? And so, and I also think for American culture versus other cultures,
Yes.
there's a different like type of thing that goes along with that too. So really like it's whatever is healthy for whoever. I have my own healthy where for me, it's actually between 195 and 205 pounds. Like that's my like goal area. Right now, I'm probably like 210, 215, something like that. So I should like lose a couple or whatever, but because I'm tall, it like evens out on the like pound side. But then for me, it's more about cardiovascular health, the things that I eat and keeping my body moving than it is anything else because I can't work out a lot, right? I can't do strenuous workouts like that anymore because of my heart, right? So there's different types of things. So it's like whatever is healthy for that person. And I think one of my friends, he had said it, he was a dancer and he was like, anytime that you're at the gym and you see somebody that's using equipment for the first time, that is not your time to laugh, right? That is your time to be like, hey, can I help you with that? Because I've used that before and I want to show you how. Because everybody is at a different spot in their workout journey and their health journey, like whatever that looks like, right?
And that's how the villain story arc starts, where you make fun of somebody and really you don't know what they're doing. That could be their fifth attempt trying to,
where
okay,
they're at, who they're doing, like all that.
Yes.
Yeah, what's healthy to you? Or like, what's you were saying ideal something,
For
right?
me, I love the way you phrased yours. For me, it's always been, I've always had a body image problem. That comes from my mother. For some reason, it was always, wow, you look fat. Or, it was always an image. She always related the looks to happiness, right? So for me, it was always how I felt. Now, I did go through a slump. I think I talked about this when my son was in the hospital, and I remember, did you just?
It turned off for some reason. I don't know why. Keep going.
That I knew I wasn't being healthy, but for me, it's being able to live, to be active without saying, oh my God, this hurts. Oh my gosh, my back hurts.
Right.
Or because one of the things I did learn a long ago was not to look at the numbers on the scale. Someone said, Veronica, muscle weighs a lot more than fat.
Yeah.
And that took me a lot to realize because I was judging myself on the numbers on the scale. And even though the clothes were fitting loose and I was feeling great, I was tied to those numbers and I was just so unhappy. So unhappy.
Yeah. So I feel like if I can comfortably like walk and like do that thing, I think the other thing that I want to do more of that I should like make a goal, but I have not made it a goal, is to like stretch more or do like yoga type things.
Yes.
Because I feel like flexibility is a total thing. And the more that I am seeing people in their like 70s and 80s
Stretch a lot better than us.
well, or because it's like hips and all that stuff,
Yes.
right? Because the number one reason that, like, not number one, but one of the top reasons that people lose mobility is because they, like, a hip pops out of place or something like that, or there's like other things that happen with legs and hips and stuff. And so if I can stay flexible in that, I feel like I would be better in the long run, because I see some people that can't like tie their own shoe. Right. Not because they are unhealthy or something, but because
They're in pain.
They just haven't focused on it. Right.
Yes.
And they haven't intentionally focused on being able to like tie their shoes, for example.
Again, it goes back to being in pain. I know sometimes that I can tell when I haven't been treating my body right by stretching, because it has to do with your core. You have to stretch it. Once you're limber, then you're mobile, and that prevents you from having a really bad fall, to even having that fall in the first place. But you need to be able to maneuver and say, oh my God, I'm falling, like this
And be
one
able
time.
to like catch yourself.
Exactly.
Right. And I think about too, one of the things that we touched on here a little bit was that like chronic pain side of things, and people that are in chronic pain. That is like, I feel like that is like in that same vein of healthy versus like how you're feeling, and that like health factor of things. But not necessarily in a way that it's like you can fix it, right? Like there are some things that you just can't because it is chronic pain. So I think what I am more relating to for me is the ability to be able to, I would like to be able to continue to move my body. I would like to be able to continue to walk up a hill. I'm not talking about jogging or running up a hill or something,
Just to be able to do it.
but I'd like to be able to do that, right? I would like to be able to continue to have range of motion in the ways that I can, because I feel like one of the things that I found is if I can't tie my shoes, I know something needs to change. Right. Whether it's my diet, whether it's exercise, whether it's stretching, whether it's getting slip-ons, like whatever that, whatever
Or
that is.
what was it?
The little shoehorn thing, the long
Yes.
shoehorn, right? You know, and so it's that side of things, because I know, me being 6'6", I carry a lot more weight in my waist area.
Really?
And because it carries more around my waist area, it makes it more difficult for me to be able to bend over. And when I bend over, it actually pushes everything inside and up into my rib cage, and makes it very difficult to breathe or for my heart to function, because of that. Like, I don't even know what it's called, but I think it's like visceral fat or whatever. But anyway, it's the fat that's on the internal, or like around the organs, versus the fat that shows on the outside of your body. And so it's a different way to be able to hold fat like on your body. So for me, it's more about keeping that under control as much as possible, because I know that if I can't tie my shoes, I've like probably put on too much weight around my middle. So
Yeah, because, and also that relates to, as we're sitting on the hips, I know sometimes if something's too low, remember I complained, I'm like, man, your couch is too low, because I felt it right in my hip joints. But I dated someone that was probably 6'4", and they talked about growing pains. That's a thing.
yeah, growing pains are definitely a thing. I still have stretch marks on the side of my back from growing so fast when I was a teenager.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was just it was more of a mental, but no, it's a physical pain.
It's a physical pain. Yeah. So there was a point that I was in like junior high, and every day I had the Tylenol gel tabs that were like with the nurse's office, so that I could go and like take some sort of like, because it was physical pain,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And at that age, there's nothing you can do other than just like eat a lot and like keep your body moving. So at that point, like I have friends that were about the same height or whatever, or in the same like growth spurts, but they didn't do as many sports as I did, right? Swimming, tennis, golfing, like just moving your body, right? In different ways. And if I had not been doing tennis or something, I think that my dexterity would be different. My like movement would be different, because during that growth period, it was really important to keep up that movement and to keep up that dexterity. And
this is why you were so
eye-hand
mobile.
coordination and like stuff like
Yes.
that. Yeah. So, and I feel like you can kind of tell people that did sports when they were younger versus didn't do sports, or like moved more, or like worked on houses or whatever.
Cheerleading is a sport. Just want to throw that out
Oh
there.
yeah, it is. Yeah. If you know me, this is a very long and convoluted story, but we'll make it a Reader's Digest short version. I was, cheer manager all throughout high school, right? And like did that and everything. Like I'm in the process of planning our high school reunion for the entire high school. So if you're listening to this and you are one of the people from high school, you better sign up. Better sign up for those like alerts and whatever. But yeah, so yes, cheerleading is totally a thing. And it is like absolutely a sport. I have quite a few friends that got scholarships to be able to do cheerleading in college coming out of high school. I did not, right? That's a long and complicated story where I ended up moving to Los Angeles and at some point living in my car and then moving into the hotel and then having a roommate and the whole thing and living in Hawthorne, California. And that is a very long story, but they did, like they went and got scholarships for cheer because it's a sport.
It is the dedication, I don't think people realize how much you have to work on your core.
Yeah.
That is so a thing in your mobility, and you have to have that upper body strength.
Yeah, tumbling,
everything.
Like lifts, like everything. Yeah.
And then you have to be a breathing machine.
Mm-hmm.
You're yelling the cheers and the clap, and then you have to have rhythm.
Yeah. Rhythm? What's that? Nobody knows what that is.
Because let me tell you, even though I have rhythm, I had such a hard time with, I guess you call it organized dance, right? It took me a lot longer for some reason.
I got breathing, I got sunshine, I got breathing.
Anyways, thank you, Chris.
You're welcome. Yeah, that's. I also did theater. You're welcome.
No.
Everybody loves a good theater moment. It's fine. And if you were watching this and you couldn't help but sing that as well in your head and then interrupt Veronica in the middle of her story because of it, hi. I see you.
Yeah. and he's you. Never mind. I had so much to say there, but
your brain's going a million miles a minute.
No, it was like, Veronica, you can't say that. Nope. You can't say that either.
It's because we're fun, Veronica. We're fun.
Yes, we are.
We're
Wait, are you
people.
talking you yourself and I, or we
Chris
and Veronica?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just
Chris and Veronica. We're fun.
Yeah.
We're the fun ones in the room.
Yes, always.
Always.
Everybody wants to come to our table.
Right? I know.
Because we're fun.
Yeah.
We don't care what people say. We really don't.
No, we don't. There is no reason for us to care what anybody else thinks.
My God.
Welcome to adulthood. I feel like that's part of adulthood, right? Just being like, I don't care what you say.
No,
You're going to be fine.
I'm an only child, so that was me all the time. And I think people were really surprised about it. But then once they got to know me, they're like, oh. And I said, yeah, well, don't you get lonely? And I'm like, well, no, I love myself. What do you mean? What do you mean? I love it. You have to be creative. You have to be so that was really hard. But then once I got high school, that was a game changer. Yeah. But I learned a lot in junior high.
Yeah. I don't know what I learned in junior high. I did run into one of my junior high, running people though. Like out and about. I don't know why it just keeps on doing a thing, but it keeps on. Okay.
I saw that. I saw that this time. You're not crazy.
I know. I don't know why. So we're looking at the video cameras being like, something's happening.
Why did it flash? Why is there a yellow button?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's just like taking a picture every once in a while.
You ran into...
Oh, yes. Okay. So
this is why this relationship works.
It's true, because I lose things in my mind all the time and they have to be found. So I was in, I just knocked the whole camera and the microphone. Sorry, people. I was in the swimming pool at Montemar in Puerto Vallarta, and I ran into, this is a long gay story, so this is not going to make any sense to you whatsoever. So I was at Montemar, and there was this person there who I went to junior high school with, and I called this person by their born name or whatever, and this is still like their name, but they have a nickname now that's something else. And I yelled it from across the...
So that's called government name, but go ahead.
Sure, yeah. I mean... Sure, I guess. And so I like yelled his name from across the pool at Montemar, and it was actually his fiance that like tapped him and was like, somebody's calling your name. And I like made it over there, and like he like literally like jumped on me. He's like, where have you been? And it's been like probably like 20 years at that point, 30, like 20 years ish, since we had like seen each other and just like caught up and said hi and all that. But yeah, so junior high, like total, I don't know how I got on that, but I just thought it was a fun story to tell. So there you go.
We were talking about me, and then you made it about you.
Me. It's all about me.
No, me.
Yeah. And you. And you. And you. And you. And you.
You know what? One day we need to do a podcast where
We just sang the whole thing?
Yes.
Someday my Veronica will come. Someday. No, we don't want to do any of that stuff. That would not be fun.
Oh my gosh. Or we can do certain sentences have to be song titles.
Song titles. Oh, just the start of sentences.
Yes,
Yeah.
just maybe the song title. I don't know.
A deer, a female deer.
No, you're gonna win this. Never mind. Never mind. Because I can already tell. Damn it.
She's a winner. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's the winner. Talking about.
Okay, we're not doing that no more.
And the winner is mine. My, oh, my. No, none of it. Okay, anyway.
No, none of it.
We could totally do that one day. Just an all singing podcast.
Anyways.
We need guests for that. I think. We need to bring in a guest that's going to.
Do we know?
No. Rico. We could have Rico here. Rico could do it.
We can do it.
We could set up at the piano in the other room and just do an entire like piano thing where it's like us like doing it, but it's like dueling pianos. How they have the show. You've been to those dueling piano shows?
I don't
where they're
like
like
those.
riffing off of each other and
doesn't
stuff.
make sense.
It's
to
so
me.
much fun. Those
I'm
are
actually
great.
going to a birthday party, Lavinda's birthday party. We're
Yeah.
doing the dueling piano thing, and I was
Right.
like, I'm gonna need a lot of alcohol.
No, it's really fun. It's great, and you can go in and request
But
songs.
there's not how. Okay, you want to know why I don't like it? Let me tell you. The one time I
Tell
went,
me why. I don't know. I'm ready.
Because-
I'm bracing myself. What is it? It's got to be very dramatic.
Yes, it is. The person that should have won, the piano that should have won, did not win, and it was like the crowd. I'm like, no, that's only because this stupid person's popular and the other person isn't. No.
Where did you go? How did that work?
In downtown
Dallas?
Tacoma.
Yes. So you're in
Yes.
downtown Tacoma. You're at a dueling piano bar. Okay,
and
so
they
I'm
were
getting
doing
the
a dueling
scene.
piano, and everybody was cheering for it, but apparently he had all his friends over. No, because I'm thinking, how do you choose your winner? Who wins? How do you choose your winner?
The one that gets the most tips. That's
No.
usually how that works.
That's like politics. No.
No, it's like so if they're saying the song that never ends, this is a
So
song
are you
that
saying that it
doesn't-
doesn't matter about talent? It's all about who gets the most tips.
What are you talking about?
Who
Dueling
wins
piano
in a
bar.
dueling piano?
I feel like you've been to a bad show. I don't know what you're talking about. Dueling piano bars are fun. So here's my thing, right? So, okay, dueling piano bar. So you've got people on the piano. There's
Yes.
two people,
Two,
right?
and two pianos.
And they're on the stage.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And they're performing.
Yes.
So one side is going to get some requests. They're going to play some songs. The other side is going to get some requests. They're going to play some songs. They're going to do some duets together. And they're going to do crowd participation later on in the evening when people are
And
so
you divide the
schnockered.
room. Because then
You
it's,
could.
yes.
Or maybe it's in thirds.
I'm telling you what
and then-
happened, but go ahead.
And maybe it's in thirds where then the middle has to decide which one they're going to go for. But if you're already on the two opposite sides of it and you already like, that could be a thing too. But here's how they do it too, is the money in the tip jar. Because if they're playing really annoying songs and it's you against somebody else in the audience, not an entire crowd, but you. So let's say you're Veronica, you're sitting there and you're like, I never want to hear this song ever again in my entire life. And somebody goes up and they request it and they start playing it. You can go up and give them money to stop playing that song.
Well, that's not really a duel then.
Yeah, it is.
No,
Because you're
it's
dueling with
not.
somebody in the audience over playing that song.
No,
That's
because
dueling.
that's called blackmail. That's like, you better shut up or else
No,
I'm not
it's
going to give you
called,
money.
it's called supporting starving artists that are at the piano playing that have been like practicing and rehearsing this for like 20, 30 years of their lives.
So I'll let you know when I'm going to need the Uber
Some
home
20s.
after.
You're going to need some 20s to pay some
No.
people off. Because now I'm just going to call up that place. Shit.
Listen,
I had already told Lavinda, I'm sorry I can't make it there because I have another event that night. I think we're going to a gala or something like that. But I was like,
you are. That's
but
what you
I
told
think
me.
it's a gala. And so I was like, I will just call up now and be like, hey, can you play these songs and call out Veronica's name specifically? And just
If you do that, there will really not be any more podcasts.
be like, can you sing happy birthday to Veronica? Oh, that'd be great. Be like your birthday and Lavinda's at the same time.
No,
that would be amazing.
No, it
That
would
be
not.
cool.
No.
Dueling Piano Bar. That's that's what they would do it because they're fun people.
Of course they would do it because
fun
they
people.
probably they know you. Anything for Chris. See, they won. What a thing! Don't you dare.
I might actually know the performers that
Yeah.
are going to be there. That
Wow,
night. I
of
think you're going to
course.
have fun. You're going to have fun.
I know I'm gonna have fun. You know why? It's called Veronica and Tequila.
Well, no, it's going to be the birthday, really. I mean, the birthday
that too.
party.
Yes,
why.
that too. Yes,
It's the
that's
birthday
why.
party.
Yes, yes. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That was Tequila was code word for Lavinda's birthday.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like, I like a good piano bar situation.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, so let's say you're on a cruise, right? So let's say you're on a cruise.
Oh gosh.
Imagine yourself on a cruise. You're on a boat. Things are going. You're on a big
imagine.
ship.
La,
And then you're like
la,
going down to the
la,
piano
la,
bar
la,
where the person is playing piano and they can like sing and like all that stuff. And sometimes it's like totally laid back. And other times they're like really going for it. Or other times they're doing an entire like performance and it's like super fun and whatever. So like I like that aspect
I
of
do
it.
too.
Because
That
it's
one
like,
I do.
It's more chill, right? Like I like that kind of thing a lot more than a dueling piano bar, to be honest.
Yes.
Because it's just like one person that's entertaining and like doing that as like a piano person or piano man or whatever you want to call it. And so I think that from that standpoint, I much prefer that over dueling
too.
pianos because dueling pianos to me, like I know surprisingly I'm an introvert, but on that side of it, I know shocker, shock face, extroverted introvert. But for that, like I would much prefer to just have that like person that's performing and enjoy that performance than to do like two dueling pianos where they're like fighting
I think
against
it
each
takes
other.
away from I don't know.
We went to this one in Palm Springs and it was not very good. Let me tell you.
You know what? That's
not
the
very
same
good.
one. Why?
It's not very good.
See,
In
that
Palm
was my
Springs.
first experience.
In Palm Springs?
No, in Tacoma.
Oh, I said Palm Springs.
I know, but I meant that it was not a good show. So maybe why can't mine not be a good show?
Well, I mean, we left ours because they were sexist and crazy. But
Oh, okay.
that's different.
yeah.
Yeah, that was completely different. I mean, we literally stayed for like half a song and then they started like ripping into things and we were like, this is not comedy. This is just insult. We're leaving. So we did.
You know what? What I've always wanted to a show to attend was it the
Elton John?
Rockettes?
Oh, Rockettes?
The Rockettes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. With the knee up leg can.
Yes, I know
With
in
the
your mind you're like,
can-can.
oh, this is how you
The
do it. Yes.
can with the feather things.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes, that is the one thing I've seen lounge
Vegas
singers.
showgirls
I've
and-
seen the Blue Men. I've watched the one with the circus. Oh, I forgot what it was
Cirque
called.
du Soleil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that one. But I've never, every time I've tried or we've made, something has always happened. So that is the one thing I have yet to see
Yeah.
in
Okay.
person. Yes.
That sounds like fun. We're over 20 minutes now, I think. So we should, that was a fast one.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
All
Well,
right.
because you kept singing those damn songs. That's why.
It's because you're going to dueling pianos.
That has no.
No, it's because I enjoy singing.
No,
which
you
is
just
fun.
enjoy
It's great.
singing. See?
I'm a fan.
Anyways,
Thanks for joining us. The Chris and Veronica Show. My name is Chris, and this is
Veronica.
Find us anywhere, YouTube, Spotify, anywhere that really like has this stuff up, or chrisandveronica.com. Thanks so much for joining us, and have an amazing day. Pew, 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 pew. I did it again. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, thanks. Bye. Have a great day.